Strap in, we're going to speed run this year's Xbox Game Showcase. First off, we've got Gears of War E-Day. It takes place roughly 14 years before the events of the first Gears of War game during Emergence Day. The day the Locusts reveal themselves and try to snuff out all human life. You'll be fighting through the city of Kelowna trying to hold together a city that's being torn apart. Explore the city and snuff out the emerging Locusts with up to 4 friends online or 2 players couch co-op like back in the good old days. E-Day releases on October 6th this year as a console exclusive. Next up, we've got another long-awaited franchise revival with Fable. Decide what kind of hero you want to be, where your choices will shape your journey and your reputation will follow you. Fable is a single-player, open-world action RPG and a long-awaited addition to a 22-year-old IP. Releases February 23rd, 2027. Halo Campaign Evolved will have 3 new missions serving as a prequel to Master Chief's original story arc as well as the original legendary campaign from 25 years ago. Tear through the story alone or with up to 4 friends online with cross-play support. Releasing July 28th with early access starting on the 23rd for premium or collector's edition holders. Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. Jump into the prequel to the Plague Tale games series as Sophia, and unravel ancient secrets, conquer foes, and discover the source of a devastating curse in the single-player action-adventure game dropping August 22nd. Persona 4 Revival, a remake of the original Persona 4 launched back in 2008, coined as the perfect starting point for newcomers to this turn-based, story-rich, single-player RPG franchise launching February 18th, 2027. State of Decay 3, topping off the trilogy with what looks to be a clean polish to the co-op zombie shooter base building series. Team up with up to 4 players in this awesome looking title slated for a 2027 release. Sea of Thieves Season 20 Update Custom Seas, which boasts new game modes and gives the players the power to create more zones, games, and fun hangout spots. Grab your motley crew of pirate buddies and be ready for its 18th of June release. Next in line, we've got Metro Redux 2039, the 4th installment in the series. Return to Moscow to battle monsters from both sides of the fence. Be prepared to get lost in the single-player, atmospheric, post-apocalyptic survival horror coming February 2027. Bad Magpie is a cute-looking game where you play as a one-winged bad magpie, causing chaos, stealing shiny things, and generally being a menace to society. This game has Untitled Goose Game vibes all over it. Flying in for a 2027 release. Wolong 2 Wings of Ember, a single-player Souls-like fast-paced action-adventure game that takes place in an alternate dark fantasy version of China during the late Eastern Han period. Release coming sometime early 2027. Join us! And start a doomsday cult with up to 4 players. Recruit followers, build up your compound, manage the cult's beliefs, and survive the apocalypse by any means necessary. Be ready for a March 2027 drop, because who doesn't want to start a doomsday cult with friends? Senua, the sequel to Hellblade 2. Engage in brutal, Souls-like combat with new abilities not seen in the Hellblade franchise until now. Explore a world roughly twice the size of Hellblade 2, all built on a single map. Ninja Theory's studio has worked on changing the experience from a purely linear progression like in Hellblade 1 and 2 to a much more open world-esque approach that will reward the player for going off the beaten path. Jump into the single-player gem sometime in 2027. Fallout 76 has a new update. Infestation, bringing a bunch of new intense combat encounters around Appalachia. Encouraging players to team up and earn limited time rewards, the event begins June 7th and features a week of premium access to players starting on the 8th. Doom the Dark Age Revelations DLC has been revealed, featuring new levels, demons, mysteries, and a whole new dimension of combat. The new Chain Spear is bound to be a people pleaser. The Slayer is forced into a purgatory and he must fight his way out of the prison of his mind, coming July 7th. Crazy Taxi returns after almost 24 years. This quirky racing game marks the return of a Sega classic. Jump behind the wheel as Axel in this high-speed, old-school arcade-style game and find out who stole his taxi and stop an organization of baddies from causing chaos in the streets. Hang tight for a 2027 release. Xbox announced a new limited edition 25-year anniversary Xbox console and controller sporting the iconic green hue. Bruh, my wallet. Age of Empires 4 is getting a new expansion titled Raiders of the North. This new update features 2 new civilizations, the Vikings and the Scots, an expanded Crucible mode which can be played co-op with a friend, and 2 new biomes, the Scottish Heathland and the Tundra Summer, coming out sometime in fall this year. Then the one I might play with my kiddos, Minecraft Dungeons 2. Time to put down the pickaxe and pick up a weapon. This 1 to 4 player isometric co-op dungeon crawler is lined up for a September 29th release. Next up, we've got Magicians, The Devil's Deal, a story-rich, first-person shooter where stage magic becomes real. As a fallen illusionist that made a bad deal with the devil, steal the powers of other magicians and escape the hellish confines of Theaterland intact. This game gets pulled out of a hat in 2027. Valoris Mortis, a Souls-like first-person shooter from the makers of Ghost Runner. Unleash supernatural powers, battle monsters, and unravel secrets that could save humanity from a dark conspiracy. If September 24th is too long to wait, go check out the free demo that's currently available on all platforms. Elder Scrolls Online has brought back the Thieves Guild in its upcoming update starting July 8th. Microsoft Flight Simulator's latest update features over 30 national parks in the US, including Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone, and the Grand Canyon, as well as a flyable Goodyear blimp. This latest edition is set to land July 4th, rather fitting, and they have announced national championship air races beginning sometime in the fall of 2026. Where Winds Meet has a new expansion coming July 2026, expanding more open-world exploration, new enemies, and new hand-to-hand combat arts. Day 1 Game Pass holders can claim a rich starter pack to get a good kickstart. Castlevania Belmont's Curse. On its 40th anniversary, God, I'm old. Castlevania returns to its roots with an action-packed, beautifully crafted 2D side-scrolling platformer like back in the day. In this chapter of the Belmont's legacy, you play as Rose, wielding holy weapons, artifacts, and abilities to take on the forces of the eternal Dracula, as is the curse of all Belmonts. You can hope to sink your teeth into this one on October 15th. Vivarium appears to be a single-player, story-rich, cozy farming game similar to Stardew Valley, with a rich and colorful art style. It does seem to have some hinted at dark undertones. You can embark on this journey sometime in 2027. Persona 6 has been announced, with not much to go on other than the fact that it's coming, is in development, and will be available on Game Pass on day 1 when it is. Spyro, A Realm Beyond, is the first new addition to this series in almost 20 years. Where little Spyro looks to have grown into a teenager, players can hope to take flight with the single-player 3D platformers sometime in 2027. Clockwork Revolution, which I can't help but think that it feels like or looks like Dishonored or Bioshock. Travel back in time to 1867, I'm so sorry, in an attempt to rewrite the future of Avalon. In this story, you play as a customizable character, Morgan Vanette, and travel through time battling Lady Ironwood, a ruthless dictator who has been manipulating time to keep the poor poor and the rich even more rich. Sounds familiar. Slip forward in time and play this Xbox console exclusive in 2027. Oh yeah, Call of Duty released a trailer of exactly what multiplayer doesn't look like because they're trying to sell you an extraction game mode, because money. Follow for more no BS gaming tips and news.